As a fan of the Mario franchise, the new Super Mario Bros. Movie really just made my inner child happy. Like, don't get me wrong, this is not peak cinema, this is not one of the best animated films ever made, but at the end of the day, Illumination made a very nice Mario film. It's Mario. Like, I'm not expecting a super complex story where it's just a Mario movie. Seeing the way critics have reacted to this film just kind of baffles me a bit. Like, I get it. You could maybe make a slightly more compelling and more character driven and more, thematically rich story, but at the end of the day, it's Mario. As a Mario fan, watching this movie, I was happy. It was a fun time, and seeing all the Easter eggs and references to the games was really cool. And look, I get it, you have some people out there being like, but if the Lego movie could be something special and really impactful and a really cool and interesting story, why couldn't the Mario movie be that? And yeah, I get that, but then also at the end of the day, you have to remember that Lego itself is a very expansive franchise. When it comes to the Lego franchise, you can either stick to a very niche thing and do something like Ninjago or Lego Batman, but what the Lego movie did was it kind of just took the whole broad concept of Lego and made its own story out of it. Like, the Lego movie in itself is something special, and coincidentally it also stars Chris Pratt, but the thing about Mario is that, like, it's a kid's movie, and, like, it's Mario. Like, I get it, you could make something more rich and compelling, but at the end of the day, as a Mario fan, I was incredibly satisfied. And not to mention, the movie was fairly quick. It was like an hour and a half long. It didn't waste my time, and it was fun. I know in a lot of my movie and TV reviews, I go on about the power of storytelling and all that stuff. But I also do preface and preach the idea of simple storytelling can also be very well done if you do it very effectively. And for the most part, this Mario movie does its story very effectively. Mario goes to the Mushroom Kingdom, he meets Princess Peach, he has to go save Luigi, he has to defeat Bowser. It's a fairly simple story, and he just goes through the levels, and they go and they do, Mario things, and at the end of the day, I think when it comes to something as kind of big and iconic as Mario, you don't need a big, sprawling, epic film. Like, it's Mario. Mario itself, from a narrative perspective, is just Mario goes into a world and he has to save Princess Peach and defeat Bowser. That's literally the story of Mario. Now, if, say, Nintendo was to team up with Illumination and make a Legend of Zelda movie, then yes, you would have to do something more expansive, more character-driven, and do a lot more world-building, because it's Zelda. Zelda lends itself to that, because Zelda is a much more richer and larger world. But this is just Mario. There's nothing, like, compelling about the Mario franchise apart from just, you play it as a kid, and it's really fun. Like, I'm a lifelong Mario fan. I played Mario 64, I played Mario Kart on the DS, I played the new Super Mario Bros. On the DS. Like, I have banged out those Mario games. I have played them all my life. And this movie just made me really happy. And one thing I think for sure is that I think the internet needs to go and give Chris Pratt a universal apology, because at the end of the day, Chris Pratt's Mario voice was very cool. Yes, he's not doing the "it's me, I'm Mario, woohoo." I mean, he does it for a bit at the beginning, and it's really cool. But at the end of the day, he's basically making Mario a Italian-American. He's doing the whole Brooklyn accent. "Hey, yo, Mario, Luigi, come on, let's go. What are you doing?" Like, that's what he's doing. And it suits the character of Mario. I think one of the things that we do forget is that Chris Pratt is an actor, and I know Chris Pratt is very overexposed. He's in the Guardians of the Galaxy films, he's in like all these like B-level movies, he's like, Tomorrow War and all that, he's in the Jurassic World franchise, he's everywhere. But he is also a good actor. Like, I think that the thing that the internet forgot is that Chris Pratt is an actor, and he had a take, and his take on the Mario voice was very entertaining. So Chris Pratt, on behalf of the whole internet, we apologize, because I think you did a really good job. And the thing that I enjoyed too is that Chris Pratt is doing the whole "wahoo, ha, it's me, Mario." Because the thing is that when I saw the trailers, I was very worried about his voice, just because I think the trailers did a very bad job in representing his actual Mario voice, because like I said, it is a stylized take in this film. He is doing a voice, but the trailers just make it seem like it's Chris Pratt just doing Chris Pratt. In the trailer when he lands in the Mushroom Kingdom, he's just like, "What? What is this place?" It just sounds like Chris Pratt. And then when he's all like, "Mushroom Kingdom, here we come," I was like, I wasn't sold by it. But watching it in the actual film, it works, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think Chris Pratt did a good job. They'll even just go to the extent of giving him Mario things to say, like, "Ah, Mamma Mia." Though the one thing that he doesn't do is he doesn't go, "Wow!" Like, I don't know, that's always ingrained in my brain. I remember, like, failing the levels in Mario 64, and he's always just like, "Wow!" And the overall voice cast itself was really cool. Charlie Day's Luigi was great, Anya Taylor-Joy's Princess Peach was really good, Keegan-Michael Key as Toad was great, Jack Black as Bowser was really cool, though I wish we got a bit more Bowser just because he was fine, he's in the movie, he does a good job, and you can't even tell it's Jack Black. Until he starts singing. As soon as he starts singing, he sings like Jack Black. Peaches, 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 peaches. And Seth Rogen is just being Seth Rogen, but he's Donkey Kong, but like, it fits the character, so it's fine. And I mentioned this earlier, but yes, kind of the main selling point and the main thing about this Mario movie is, you know, you go in there and you see the Easter eggs, and it's really cool, like, you know, King Bob-omb from Mario 64 is there. When Mario and Peach go on their quest, they go through all the levels that you would experience in the Super Mario Bros. Game on the DS. Like, they go through the desert level, they go through the ice level, they go through all these levels, and you're just like, oh yeah, I recognize this is Mario. They even go past Yoshi's Island at one point, and like, yeah, the thing that I will say, is, and the Easter egg that is the one that I think is not the most effectively integrated into the film, is the Mario Kart stuff. Like, they go to Donkey Kong Island, and then all of a sudden they're just like, oh yeah, we just like travel by Mario Kart, like pick your cart and we're gonna go back to the Mushroom Kingdom through the Rainbow Road, and it's like, wait, what? It's weird. Like, they just happen to have go-karts, and it's just like, okay, sure, whatever. It's weird. That is the one thing I will say, is that the Mario Kart integration into the film is really weird. And when it comes to representing the power-ups from the games, I think the film does a good job at representing them. It's just that the thing that I found weird was how they kept teasing the fire flower. Like, it was always there, but Mario never ate the fire flower, and he never used it. Like, Peach uses the ice flower, which is cool, but Mario never gets to use the fire flower, and he doesn't eat the big mushroom either to turn big. I guess they're saving it for the sequel. If there is a sequel, I'm gonna guess this is, because I have a feeling this movie's gonna be huge. And what I will say is that when Mario and Luigi is the superstar, and then like they like turn invincible, and they play the music, it was cool. And the music for this too, Brian Tyler's score is awesome. Like, he gets the Mario game themes and he like integrates it into the score, but like he reworks it to make it orchestral. It's really cool. And look, it's not even to say that this film doesn't have any creative merit, because I think the camera work in this film and the visual style itself is very cool. For the most part, there is a part where Mario and Luigi are in like the normal world, and it looks like every Illumination film ever, apart from Mario and Luigi, and it's like, it's weird. They're the most like stylized characters in the normal world, but then every other human character looks like every standard Illumination character. It's weird. But what I will say is that cinematography wise, it was really cool and felt video gamey in a very stylistic way. Like when Mario and Luigi are running off to do their first plumbing job, and they're basically running through the town of Brooklyn, and they're platforming to get to the job. It just looked really cool. I was sitting there watching that and I was like, yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. I admire that. And a thing that I think is really cool is that in the whole movie, although it's not always shot like they're doing platforming, Mario, Luigi, and Peach and all that, they're all just platforming throughout the entire film, and I think that is really cool. I mean, the post-credit scene for this film teases Yoshi, and I'd happily watch a Mario and Yoshi film. I think a Mario Galaxy film would be really cool. Just, I'm down. So long as these movies are good, I'll watch them. Heck, I would even watch a Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games movie. Just so long as these movies are entertaining. Like, again, like I've said this before, this film is not the most, like, highbrow cinema. It's just fun. It's a fun, light, children's film. It did its job because at the end of the day, that's just what Mario is. But those are just my thoughts on the Super Mario Brothers movie. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, follow me on social media, and all the good stuff. Until we meet again, I'll see you guys next time.